Welcome to all. In this video, we will see about agarose gel electrophoresis. Agarose gel electrophoresis helps to perform the quality and quantity analysis of nucleic acids, DNA, and RNA. It helps to know the base pair size of the DNA fragment and quality of the DNA fragment containing sample, and also we can use it to quantify the amount of DNA present in terms of concentration. The term gel electrophoresis refers the separation of charged molecules by applying electromotive force and move those molecules through a porous gel is called gel electrophoresis. Electrophoresis separates nucleic acids from each other on the basis of their size, charge, and shape. If we make the charge and shape into constant, that means we add excessive negative charged buffers, so make them uniformly negative and linearize them. Their movement is only based on their size, that means number of base pair in the fragment. In this way, the separation depends on how the sample and gels are prepared. So we can use agarose gel electrophoresis for various purposes. The first one is to determine the size of the DNA fragments after completion of PCR, and we can use it to determine the amount of DNA by indirect method using DNA ladders, and we have to know the presence or absence of the DNA in our sample. For that purpose, this is a good way to detect directly presence or absence of the DNA. And in restriction digestion analysis, agarose gel electrophoresis is essential for isolation of specific fragment of the DNA or gene of interest, and this helps to analyze the plasmids by restriction mapping, and we have to know the size of the plasmids and quality of the plasmids. This also helps to analyze the genomic DNA, whether it is good condition or in degraded condition, and we can use to help analyze the PCR products. And in DNA based molecular marker analysis, agarose gel electrophoresis is a inevitable tool for successful completion of the marker associated studies. Now we will see the principles involved in the agarose gel electrophoresis. So the nucleic acid such as DNA is negatively charged since they carrying phosphate, and it migrates to the positive pole in an electric field. The movement of negatively charged nucleic acids through agarose matrix with an electrophoresis is performed during agarose gel electrophoresis. If the molecules are shorter, they move faster in the tiny pores, whereas if the molecules are longer, they move slowly. So in such a way, after a period of time such as 20 to 30 minutes, according to their size, they placed at different position in the gel. The DNA molecule movement is invisible to normal eye, but we can detect indirectly by staining with ethidium bromide that have strong interaction with double stranded DNA, and the ETBr glows reddish brown color under UV light. So after completion of electrophoresis, we stain with ETBr and visualize the presence of DNA in the gel by transluminescent UV light apparatus, that is called UV transilluminator or gel duct apparatus. So we use agarose to prepare the agarose gel. So this agarose is a linear carbohydrate polymer which is extracted from the seaweed agar. In normal condition, agarose is not solubilized in water, but when we melt for 2 to 3 minutes and cool down to room temperature, it becomes semi-solid gel and forms the porous conditions within the gel. The pore size can be either narrow down or increase the pore size by adding excess amount of agarose or less amount of agarose to the buffer and prior to melting it. In general, 1% weight by volume of agarose gels in buffer are used to separate 0.5 to 10 kilobase size of DNA fragment. In general, to perform agarose gel electrophoresis, the preparation of the gel and gel running are performed under a buffer called tris acetate EDTA or tris borate EDTA buffer. Since this double distilled water is 18 megaohms and resistant to electricity, these buffers are highly preferable one. In addition, TIE TBE buffer have additional advantages such as the presence of EDTA will protect the nucleic acids against the nucleus targets, and acetate borate will give the ionic strength, and tris will give uniform pH maintenance. The TIE buffer consisting of tris HCl, acetic acid and EDTA. To prepare 1 liter of 10x TIE buffer solution, we have to add 48.5 gram of tris 11.4 ml of glacial acetic acid and 20 ml of 0.5 molar EDTA, and pH should be adjusted to 8. Similarly, TBE buffer components are tris, boric acid and EDTA. For 1 liter of 10x solution, we have to add 108 gram of tris base, 55 gram of boric acids and 40 ml of 0.5 molar EDTA, and this buffer also autoclavable, and the presence of tris constantly maintains the pH. Now we will see how to prepare 1% agarose gel. To prepare 1% agarose gel, we need 0.5x concentration of TAE buffer or tris, borate EDTA or TBE buffer, and we have to weigh 1 gram of agarose and mix it with 100 ml of TAE or TBE buffer in a conical flask. The volume of liquid should be approximately 20% and kept inside a microwave oven and boil it for 1 to 2 minutes. During this time, the agarose melted and homogenized with the buffer, TAE or TBE buffer. Then carefully bring it out with temperature proof gloves and wait until the temperature reaches 50 to 60 degrees Celsius. At this stage, we can add ETBR staining solution that consisting of 0.1 mg per ml stock, and we will add approximately 4 microliter per 100 ml of gel solution. So if you add ETBR at this stage, means it will save the time of staining your gel in ETBR solution after completion of agarose gel running. Then pour this melted agar into a gel casting unit which is fitted with a comb and allow at room temperature for 30 minutes to cool down. Now the gel is ready and it reached the semi-solid condition with pores and ready for transfer into the gel running apparatus. So now we will see one more dye, that is called gel loading dye, that will be added with DNA for tracking purpose. The gel loading dye are added with DNA in order to visualize the approximate movement of DNA inside the gel. Since we cannot see the DNA with our normal eyes, these dyes are added for tracking purpose. In addition, it also have high density liquid to make the DNA down inside the well. The negatively charged indicators present in the gel loading dye track the position of the DNA. Only 3 dyes are added with gel loading dye. One is called xylene xenol that produce violet color, and bromophenol blue produce blue color, and acridine orange produce the yellow or orange color. When we mix this along with DNA and load in the gel, during the movement we can see 3 colors that will be approximately equivalent to 5000 base pair, 500 base pair and 50 base pair of DNA molecule movement respectively. So in such way we can easily track the position of the DNA running condition in the gel, and these dyes are called as tracking dyes. Gel loading dye. This loading dye consisting of 3 tracking dyes. In addition, high density viscous medium such as glycerol to keep the DNA down inside the well, and it contains tris HCl to maintain the pH, and EDTA up to 60 millimolar to prevent the nucleus activity are present in the loading dye. Generally it is prepared as 2x, 3x or 6x concentration. Here the amount is given for preparation of 6x gel loading dye. Now we will see running the gel in agarose gel electrophoresis. Once the gel is ready, we place it inside a gel running apparatus which have 2 electrodes, one is negative, another one is positive, and make sure always the red color is tied up with positive electrode both in the power supply as well as your gel running apparatus. Similarly, negative is tied up with negative electrode side in gel power supply as well as gel running apparatus. Then the prepared gel along with the tray is placed inside the gel running apparatus, and it is completely immersed with gel running buffer that is 0.5x concentration of TAE or TBE buffer, and the electrodes are completely submerged inside the liquid condition. And once we completed this, we have to carefully load our DNA sample into the wells. In general, in the first well we add DNA ladder that consisting of known molecular size base pair DNA fragments, both their size as well as their concentration also well known. That will be help us to know the size of our unknown DNA fragment, and also we can calculate the concentration of unknown DNA fragment in the original sample. From next line onwards, we have to load our prepared DNA sample that is mixed with 6x loading dye. Now we have to load the DNA into the well carefully. Once the gel loading is completed, cover the top and give the power supply on. We run the gel minimum 40 volt to 100 volt or 120 volt, and it will take approximately 30 to 50 minutes for the completion of electrophoresis. So we can track the approximate movement of DNA by the help of tracking dice that are visible to our normal eye. Once it is completed, stain the gels with 5 microgram per ml ETPR solution, and we have to immerse the gel for 5 to 20 minutes inside this solution, and after that we have to examine the presence or absence of the DNA by under a UV image photometer, also known as Geltac apparatus or UV trans illuminator. If the DNA is present, we can see the reddish brown color band. So this is the example of visualization of DNA under UV gel dark apparatus. We can see reddish brown color, that is the ethidium bromide intercalated with the double stranded DNA, and it glow as a reddish brown band. The first line is DNA ladder and the second line have one DNA fragment, and this is another DNA fragment. So this is the monochrome image of the same gel visualized in UV trans illuminator apparatus. So here so far we discussed about preparation of 1% gel. Generally 1% agarose gel helps us to solve 500 to 10,000 base pair DNA fragments. So we prepare 0.5% agarose gel to visualize 1000 to 30,000 base pair DNA, and 0.7% agarose gel for 800 to 12,000 base pair. And if our DNA fragment size is too small, we have to prepare high concentration agarose gel with more amount of agarose. For example, we prepare 2% agarose gel to visualize 50 to 2000 base pair of DNA, and 1.5% agarose gel for the DNA fragments ranging around 200 to 1000 base pair. If the size is still smaller, like 10 base pair or 5 base pair, it is advisable to go SDS page instead of agarose gel electrophoresis. Thank you.